My name is Cindy Hale, and this is my online research presentation for EDS 709. The title of this research was The Effect of Incorporating a Technological Based Intervention in Kindergarten Reading. I want to begin by telling you the meaning of phoneme segmentation. Phoneme segmentation is when a word is broken apart into individual sounds. For example, the word cat has three phonemes or individual sounds k, at, t, and ship has three phonemes sh, I, p. Studies by Ball and Baucom, as well as Nation and Home, found that phoneme segmentation was a crucial skill that kindergarten students needed for reading readiness. An important indicator of a student to become a fluent reader was phoneme segmentation, and some students were struggling with phoneme segmentation. Recently, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey signed into law the Alabama Literacy Act, which stated that kindergarten through third grade students would be provided with direct reading instruction in language development, phonological awareness, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension, and begin to set guidelines that would make mandatory for students to be reading on or above a third grade reading level before being promoted to fourth grade. So, the problem was finding phoneme segmentation interventions that were successful for kindergarten students. The purpose of my study was to establish if a technology based intervention affects kindergarten students' phoneme segmentation ability. The research question for this study was: Is there a statistically significant difference between kindergarten students who receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax and kindergarten students who do not receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax in terms of kindergarten student reading achievement? The null hypothesis for this study was there is no statistically significant difference between kindergarten students who receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax and kindergarten students who do not receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax in terms of kindergarten student reading achievement on DIBELS. Some key points of my literature review were: technology has become second nature to students today, even including students as young as pre kindergarten. Utilizing technology in reading intervention has many benefits, which include differentiating instruction based on each student's needs and ability, classroom behavior management, and motivating student learning. In a study conducted by Weichert on utilizing MobyMax as a technological reading intervention for fourth grade students, it was revealed that while there was not a statistically significant gain in reading skills, no decrease in reading skills were noted. In another study using MobyMax as a technological reading intervention during a 4-week summer program, researchers found a slight gain in the reading skills of fifth grade students. However, the gains were less than expected. A quantitative quasi experimental control group designed for this study was utilized. 2 existing kindergarten classes were included in this study. The ages of the participants for this study were 5 and 6-year old. A pre-test and post-test on DIBELS phoneme segmentation progress monitoring was given to each student in this study by the reading coach to eliminate bias. The pre-test was given in December of 2019, and the post-test was given at the end of February 2020. During January and February, both Class A and B received teacher-led intervention utilizing the school district's adopted reading series, which was Reading Street. Class B, the experimental group, received additional reading intervention using MobyMax. I utilized a paired sample t-test for Class A and Class B to determine the significant difference in phoneme segmentation student achievement between the two means of the pre-test and post-test scores of Class A and Class B. The difference in scores from pretest to post-test for each class was then used to compare Class A and Class B utilizing a single factor ANOVA in Microsoft Excel with a significance level of 0.05, which was used to test the hypotheses. The p value calculated by the ANOVA was 0.16863, so these results of the ANOVA indicated there was not a significant difference between the outcomes of Class A and Class B. Based on these findings, the hypothesis there is a statistically significant difference between kindergarten students who receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax and kindergarten students who do not receive phoneme segmentation intervention through MobyMax in terms of kindergarten student reading achievement was retained because p-value was greater than the significance level of 0.05. Based on the results of this study, the technological reading intervention of MobyMax did not significantly impact student phoneme segmentation. While MobyMax did not uh, significantly impact student phoneme segmentation, Class B, the experimental group, had a higher average increase from post-test or from pre-test to post-test of 14.153, while Class A, the control group, had a lower average increase from pre-test to post-test of 9.3076, which indicated that both groups increased in student phoneme segmentation, with Class B having a greater increase. Successful implications for technology based reading interventions, such as MobyMax, require internet and Wi Fi to be dependable and to work properly. Teacher education concerning technology is crucial for any technology based reading intervention to be successful. Finally, successful implications for technology based reading interventions such as MobyMax require commitment of administrators, educators, and students. Teacher led intervention instruction is necessary for student success. Since a slightly higher average increase occurred in the experimental class, it is recommended that MobyMax be continued to be utilized as a reading intervention for kindergarten students. It is recommended that further research be conducted to study the impact MobyMax has on reading intervention over a longer period of time. It is also recommended that further research be conducted that would include a larger group of participants to study the impact a technology based intervention such as MobyMax has on reading intervention. Additionally, it is recommended that further research be conducted to determine if increases in phoneme segmentation are gender related when utilizing a technology based intervention such as MobyMax. Lastly, it is recommended that further research be conducted to determine if increases in phoneme segmentation are specific to socioeconomic backgrounds when utilizing a technology based intervention such as MobyMax.